I'm not gonna lie, gang. I been going through it mentally, physically, emotionally, in every way, and now I'm here to talk about it. As you know, I wanted to drop. Hold on, let me sit up. I wanted to drop a video like every week, but with last week's video, it just felt like I was really kind of losing myself. I'm not saying I didn't know who I was, because I did, but I was doing cardio and a video came up, a couple of videos came up, and all of them was aligned together. So what I was talking about in last week's video that I'm not ever going to drop is fear. But when I was talking, it's just like I just wasn't myself. I felt like I wasn't myself. It felt like I was trying to be who I thought I should be in God's eyes, you know what I'm saying? So like I was changing myself. I was forcing changing myself instead of just letting him change me. Or when you get closer to God, he will rebrand you. And it's like we try to set out to who we ought to be or who we think we ought to be, and that's what I was doing. So I was losing myself, like just questioning like who I ought to be, or thinking who I ought to be. I was like, man, I can't be doing the same stuff. Of course you can't do the same stuff. I wasn't doing nothing bad, but it was just like, I can't do this. I can't film this because people gonna look at me a certain type of way. But it's like, bro, you have a life. That's Joe. Like, there ain't no other brand that got a blue collar. That's Joe.
Right.
So that's kind of how I want to do it from like here on out. But the next collection is like introducing it.
So what I would say is, because we think of blue collar dressing up, business casual.
Mm-hmm.
You're saying the construction man is a blue collar man.
Right.
That's how he makes his money.
Right.
So because where the trend is, I'm into vintage. You do the double knee cards. She collect with the shirt, with the blue collar. Like you add it like that. Then when you present it, your atmosphere has to show the hardworking man outside. You know, I don't care if I'm doing pavement on the cement. I'm doing, I work with concrete.
Alright, crazy enough, when I actually recorded everything, I had went into depth about what I was talking about. And I was going to post it on YouTube. I was going to make a whole video about everything. I'm about to explain it again. But when I recorded it, initially the first time when I recorded it, it just stopped recording. Like my camera just stopped working, bro. Everything, like all my electronics just stopped working. I'm like, what? But I know it was the devil. Like the devil just like, hey bro, like you leaning towards the other side a little bit too much. I need you over here. But God like, nah. I'm gonna let you do. I'm gonna let the devil go ahead and do what he gonna do and see what you gonna do. And I ain't gonna say I folded. I ain't fold. Like I ain't questioning God in one bit. I'm just like everything happened for a reason. Excuse me. Everything happens for a reason. Like I gotta stay in my season, bro, and just grow in it, cause that's what God put me here for. But pretty much what I was saying, like recording these videos, I felt like I was forcing it. Like not just forcing it. I wasn't forcing it because this is what I do on a daily. Like I ain't gonna lie, I motivate people when you talk to me, even if you don't know me. I feel like that's my calling, and I've been running away from my purpose like crazy. But I ain't gonna say forcing it, but I was like trying to be something that I wasn't, or trying to be something that I thought I should be. You feel me? But that's not who I should be. Like, just because you a Christian don't mean you have to be holy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you have to stop a couple of things, but God does say come as you are. And so, like, me, I feel like I was forcing the issue a little too much. I was trying not to be places. Like, I was fighting who I was. I was really losing who I was in the midst of finding God. And I mean, that's okay. That's totally okay. I'm not saying nothing wrong with that, but me, I feel like I didn't know who I was at the moment. And so I had to really reset to come back, because I didn't know what to do. I didn't know who to talk to. I stopped talking to everybody. I just went completely dark with the world, and I just challenged myself to be like, okay, find God, seek God. He gonna tell you what to do. He already told you what to do, but you trying to run. I still want you to go this path. Like, you can adjust yourself as you're walking straight, but I still want you to go down this path. And I was like, man, should I turn back around? Should I do this? Because I don't know who I am at this moment.
I have the kids meal chicken tender.
What drink?
Arnold Palmer.
Anything else?
And can I have the 3-piece chicken strip?
What drink?
Let's do another Arnold Palmer.
Anything else?
And for the sauce, can I do Chick-fil-A sauce?
Anything else?
That's it.
2632. They recorded?
Yeah.
What is that, for YouTube? For real?
Yeah.
I'm on the YouTube video? For real?
I'll block your face, bro.
Am I for real on the YouTube video?
No laughing. No laughing.
Hold on. Are you famous?
Nah, I ain't famous.
It's cool. It's fun. Have a blessed day.
You too, bro. What you want?
And it came from me or us. Like, we had a party for our granny or whatever, and it came from that party for me to realize, like, we was going through a lot, like, mentally, spiritually, physically. Everything was just happening, but I just never was like, okay, why me? Like, I was never trying to turn to God and be like, why is you doing this to me? But I was just like keep building character. I already know all this faith that I have and the belief that I have. I know everything's gonna happen when it's supposed to happen, but I'm like, the things that was happening, I'm like, they happening because I'm not who I'm supposed to be. And it's true, and in a sense it was true. Like, it's happening because I'm supposed to be the head of the household. I'm supposed to be surrendering to God and surrendering my family to God. Like, as a man, you're supposed to show your family the way of God, period. Like, it's in the Bible. But me, I was trying to find my way. Like, I already knew God. I'm super, super, super into God. But it was just like I was doing my own thing. And God like, nah. Like, the way of the world is gonna try to turn you away, but if it's not aligned with God, He gonna align it. And I was just like, oh man, I don't know who I am, because you trying to align me with my purpose, but the world is trying to push me away from it. And so the party was like, somebody was talking to my wife. It was her aunt. And they pretty much read me, but I didn't talk to that person. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't talk to that person at all. I mean, I told them, like, what's up? How you doing? And they was talking to me about, like, when we went to their house prior, like a couple months ago. But they read me to my wife. You know what I'm saying? And it was for my wife to come up to me and say, like, man, they made me cry because whoop. And I'm like, bro, for them to say that and I haven't told anybody, like, how I'm feeling was crazy.
Teach me, Lord. Even I know that you're smart, but I'm not being stupid. Look at the word and I do it. Put on that jumping, I stick with the father. This for your uncle, your sister, your papa. Come on.
Yes, sir.
Like they pretty much just said like your husband is fighting to find who he is right now, and not in the physical, but with God. Like I was literally like fighting, bro. It was like me and God, not God. It was like me and the devil, like really tussling, bro. Like we was going round for round. He got me in like the first 5 rounds. I ain't even gonna hold you. Like that dude got hands, bro. But like initially, like God put that stamina in me to be like, all right, you gotta fight back. At some point, you literally have to fight back, and I just like fought back, and I found who I was in the midst of it. It took me some time. I had to step away to come back, because if I didn't step away, I would still be fighting. Like, bro, who am I in God's world? Like, we somebody different in the way of the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, we somebody totally different, but in God's world, like His will is always gonna be done on earth, but we are somebody totally different, and it takes time for us to realize, or for Him to show, like, you ready to become who you are. In my eyes, you totally ready, but are you gonna fight this, or are you gonna go with it? And if you fighting it, it's gonna be hard for you to like realize who you really are. And God been showing me time after time after time. People been telling me time after time after time, and I'm just like, nah, bro. Like, nah, I'm so scared. My biggest fear is fulfilling my purpose, or just going with my purpose, because I feel like once you go with your purpose, like it's over with for you, bro. It's like totally over with for you. And I'm like, nah, bro, I can't do that right now. I have a kid, I have a wife, I cannot go out like that. But spiritually, like physically, I'm 30 years old, but like spiritually and then like mentally, well, not mentally, I feel like I'm mentally like ahead of my time, but I don't even know how to explain it. Like, I feel like I'm a 15-year-old person. I have all this wisdom, but I feel like I'm like 15, bro. I don't know if it's because I work out, it's because I became athletic in my earlier years, but now I just feel like I'm just 15. Even with all these responsibilities, even with everything going on, I just feel like I'm 15. But going back to it, I just really didn't know who I was. So I have some takes that just correlate to the message that I'm saying. Like, just going back, it's Proverbs 16:9. It says, "In their hearts, humans plan their course, but the Lord established their steps." Like, God is always gonna tell you, like, your plan. He's gonna give you your plan. We make a plan about our life because that's what we want. You know, we want different things in our life. I never knew who I wanted to be when I grew up. I just knew I wanted to be wealthy. You know what I'm saying? Like, but now God is like, all right, you're ready. And everybody been telling me my whole life, like, God has a purpose for you. And I'm fighting because I'm like, bro, God is telling me one thing and y'all telling me another thing. Like, God is showing me your business is gonna be profitable. Your business is gonna be booming. Your business is gonna be one of them businesses where everybody has it in the closet. But y'all telling me I'm supposed to be a pastor? Like, how can I be a clothing brand owner and a pastor? And that's what I'm thinking. So I'm fighting myself. Like, bro, this can't happen. But who says that?
To seeing people who looked like me in environments where I came from talking about things that I could relate to. And it blew me away. And I became infatuated with wanting to hear more of my story. You got to remember, as a young black kid, I thought it was DC talk, and that wasn't. That did not connect to me. You know, no shade. I think
You probably get frustrated. You talk to your mama too.
Speaking my language. And
I tell you
where
that.
did they get their influences from? They got it from mainstream. Hip hop was not started in the church. It was started. You know, now listen. Again, Romans clearly communicates. Romans 14. You know, like, hey, if this is a stumbling block for you, don't do it. Like, it's not for you. You can't handle it.
I never said these two things can't correlate. And it's not that my brand isn't a Christian brand. It's not that my brand doesn't uplift the word of God. It's just that I just thought personally, like, a brand owner cannot be a pastor. And then my wife was like, bro, do you not know who Sarah Jakes is? Like, she has a whole brand and she's a pastor. And I'm like, wow. Wow. Like, okay, bro. Like, it's not that even if your brand is not pushing a message that, okay, how can I put this? Even, like, I don't put anything like bad. Like, it's not a bad message that's going on my brand. It's nothing terrible, but it's not uplifting the word of God. Like, it's motivating you, of course, but it's not uplifting the word of God. Even though it's not doing that, that's not God saying you can't do it. Like, you still have to have your fun on earth, bro. Like, you still have to do your duties on earth. But I still want you to do this. You can correlate those two in the way that you're supposed to, because you know how to do it. I gave you the tools to do it. So why are you worried? I'm sitting here because, like, I'm trying not to go through this season, because it's a season, bro. But I'm trying, like, I'm literally just, like I said, I'm fighting myself. I'm fighting the devil. I'm fighting everything, bro. I'm trying not to go through this season because it's painful, bro. It's mentally hurting me mentally. But my wife is mentally strong, bro. And he put her in my life because that's where I'm weak at. Like, my mental is completely out of there, but my physical, my spiritual, and my emotion, you can't touch me, bro. Nobody can touch me. But he put her in my path and in my life because she gonna strengthen my mental. That's literally her job. Like, she's a mental health expert, a licensed master mental health expert, bro. And he put her in my life for that. Like, God makes you empty. Like, we go through these seasons of emptiness, right? And I was telling them yesterday, we go through these seasons of emptiness for God to be like, okay, I gotta feel this. And for me to just demonstrate, like, we had, like I said, we went to a party. They decorated the party, and for them to decorate, the venue was empty. Like, you can't see no vision. If you like me, I don't know nothing about decor. I don't know how to decorate. I don't know how to do none of that. But this plane is empty and they see a vision. You know what I'm saying? So, like, God give you this vision. No matter if you empty, no matter if you full, God give you this vision when you empty, right? And you see it in this empty space. You see it and you like, bro, this is gonna be beautiful. But if it was full, you can't see that vision. So he makes you empty. And then once they finished decorating, it was grandiose. It was grande. Everything was beautiful. Everybody walking in, they crying because it was so beautiful. But if it was full, nobody would have never seen that. Or they would have never been able to just decorate around the full space. And God is making you empty so he can make this grande decoration inside of you. So he can make your vision beautiful. So when people see it, they like, oh, okay. Now they crying. Now they seeing what you had inside of you. What God has planted inside of you. Like, it was always a seed, but now he just letting it sprout. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what I was telling them. And then there's another thing. Like, God won't command you to do something that he ain't already put inside of you. It's impossible for you to have excuses. You are built for this. You go through this stuff because he know you won't fold. And I'm just like, bro, like, I'm going through all this stuff and everybody telling me, like, bro, you stronger than that. Like, they not even saying, like, bro, you stronger than that. They just like, because I'm saying, I'm just not like, okay, like, this hurt. I'm saying it hurt. Of course, everything that I go through, it hurts. But I'm just like, man, God doing this for a reason. They like, bro, I would never be saying what you saying right now. But I'm just like, bro, it's the truth. But if other people was in my situation, they would have folded. And God put me through this because he knows it's going to make me stronger. And when people, like, he puts you through situations, he puts you through all this. So when everybody come into your path, you can tell them, you can direct them. You can direct them and be like, I've been through what you're going through right now. This is how you get through it. Or you can relate to them. His relatability is helpfulness. That's what he putting you through this stuff for. So I'm telling you, like, right now, if you feeling empty, if you don't know who you are, if you literally fighting the devil, and you just like, man, I don't know who I am, God, please just help me. I don't know. It's gonna get better. I'm telling you, it's gonna get better. Like, sometimes you really just have to reset. And I made a challenge for not just myself, but for anybody that want to just do it. Like, I did it this week, and I'm gonna do it next week as well. I'm gonna train. Like, I'm training for I'm gonna just run a marathon, because I feel like when I do hard things, I make good results for everything in my life. I feel like when I was bodybuilding, like, it was completely hard, but I was just like, I'm good in every aspect of life because I know I can do something hard that people just run from. So I made this challenge. It's called Week of Trades. It's pretty much like how Week of Pain do. Shout out to them, Pain Boys, but it's a little bit different. I did it because it challenged me, and like I said, I'm gonna be running a marathon. I'm gonna just run a marathon, bro. Like, it is what it is. But the Week of Trades, I'm gonna make a video every day next week, so you can see how to do it. But the Week of Trades, you must work out. You must get some sun on your skin, either walk or run. You must read your Bible. Cease from all sexual activities. No secular music or communication. So what I mean by communication, if somebody cursing, or if you hear somebody cursing, or if you see some cursing, or if you just around it, bro, just move yourself, just distance yourself from that, because you don't need to be around it. Pray at least 3 times a day. Do 1 or 2 hours of passion work or serious work. Like, I can't call my work passion because it's my job now, but that's what I mean. And no cheat meals. You just gotta eat clean. So I'm gonna post a video every day about it next week. Like, just going into it, I do my workouts and whatever. And I'm about to go for a run right now, but pretty much that's what it is. And so yeah, I'm back now. I had to really just find myself and connect. Had to disconnect to reconnect. So sometimes you have to do that. If you feel like you're going through the same thing, lean on God, man. And not just pray. I'm talking about get on your knees and pray. It's something different. Like, I remember when my parents would say that, like, just get on your knees and pray. Or my grandparents, they'd be like, get on your knees and pray. I'm like, bro, you can pray in the shower. Like, I pray in the shower. I pray when I'm using the restroom. I pray when I'm running. I pray when I'm in the field. But it's something different when you get on your knees and pray. Like, it's feel like you connected. So if you feel like it's hard, drop to your knees and pray. Like, just in all honesty, just drop to your knees and pray. Ask God to guide you through what you're going through. Ask God for wisdom to get through it. Ask God for strength to get through it. And most importantly, ask God for the right people to be around you. Because if you don't have the right people around you, it's hard to be like, these people not really doing the same thing that I'm doing, or these people not trying to live the same life that I'm living. It's kind of hard. So ask God for the right people to be around you, and for the right people to help you. And because you need help, you need partners, you need all this, man. So yeah, I'll catch y'all in the next one.